Thank you so much for watching our song and story today. We hope you enjoy them. It's a beautiful day here in North Carolina. We are thankful for the life that God has given us.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where his grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where his grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on.
Andrew, we've got a book for you this morning. Yes, look. It says, "Where is your nose?" The pictures are by Laura Rader. Where is your nose? Your nose smells flowers. Look, Trudel. There's your nose. Your nose. Yeah. Where is your mouth? Your mouth tastes a cookie. Oh, you haven't had a cookie yet, but you've been eating sweet potatoes and strawberries. Where are your eyes? Your eyes see the butterfly. I see those eyes. These are your eyes. Yeah, eyes. Where are your ears? Your ears hear a puppy bark. Oh, there's those ears. He's crawling away. Where is your tummy? Your tummy feels a tickle. Hey, turtle bug. Where are your knees? Your knees help you crawl. We're still trying to get that crawling thing down. Yep, we sure are. Where are your feet? Your feet take big steps. That'll be a little while. Where are your hands? Your hands reach for Teddy. His hands are playing with our rainmaker right now. This book was sent to us as a partnership with our local Smart Start and the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. We thank those people that work hard to get good books to young children. The story we wanted to share with you today is called A Little Prairie House. It's based on the Little House on the Prairie books by Laura Ingalls Wilder. Once upon a time, a girl named Laura traveled in a covered wagon across the giant prairie. She traveled with her pa, her ma, her big sister Mary, her little sister Carrie, and their good old bulldog. Jack. That's right, Jack the bulldog. They were searching for the perfect place to build themselves a little house. One day, after the family had been traveling across the prairie for a long time, Laura and Mary woke up earlier than the sun. They ate their breakfast of cornmeal mush and hurried to help Ma wash the dishes. Pa was loading everything into the wagon. When the sun rose, they were driving across the prairie. There was no road to drive on, so Pet and Patty, the two giant Mustang horses, waded through the grass. Later that morning, Pa said, "Whoa!" The wagon stopped. "Here we are," he said. "Right here we'll build our house." Laura and Mary jumped to the ground. All around them there was nothing but prairie. Right away, Ma and Pa began to unload the wagon. They took everything out and piled it on the ground while Laura and Mary and Jack watched. Then Pa drove the wagon down into the prairie, out of sight, to get a load of logs from the creek bottom. Laura was a little frightened to be left on the prairie without the wagon. She wanted to hide in the tall grass like a prairie chicken, but instead she helped Ma while Mary sat on the grass and minded baby Carrie. Yeah, he's bringing logs back, isn't he? Soon Pa came back with a load of logs. For days and days Pa kept hauling logs. He made 2 piles of them, one for the house and one for the stable. When he had enough logs, it was time to build. Pa began the house first. All by himself, Pa built the walls of the house 3 logs high, and then Ma helped him. Log by log, Pa and Ma built the walls higher and higher. Soon Laura couldn't climb over them anymore. Nathaniel, do you build logs like that with Pop Pop? With your Lincoln logs?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of the same thing, only this man was building it big enough for his whole family to live in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then one day Pa was off hunting and he came home whistling. "Good news," he shouted. Pa had met a neighbor on the other side of the creek. His name was Mr. Edwards, and he was going to help Pa finish building the house. Then Pa would help Mr. Edwards build his house. They would work together. Early the next morning, Mr. Edwards came. He was lean and tall, and he bowed politely to Mom. He told Laura he was a wildcat from Tennessee, and he could spit farther than Laura had ever imagined anyone could spit. Laura tried and tried, but she could never spit so far or so well as Mr. Edwards did. Mr. Edwards was a fast worker. In one day, he and Pa built the walls of the little house as high as Pa wanted them. They sang while they worked, and their axes made the chips fly. They cut a tall hole for the door and square holes for the windows. Laura couldn't wait to see the inside of the house, and as soon as the tall hole was cut, she ran inside. Stripes of sunshine came through the cracks in the walls and went all across Laura's hands and arms and feet. At the end of the day, Mr. Edwards said he would go home, but Pa and Ma said he must stay to supper. Ma had made stewed jackrabbit and steaming hot, thick cornbread with molasses. Mr. Edwards said he surely did appreciate that supper. Then Pa took out his fiddle and began to sing. Do you know what a fiddle is, Nathaniel?
Yeah.
What's a fiddle?
A violin.
That's right. Do you want to play the violin someday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly, Mr. Edwards jumped up and began to dance. He danced like a jumping jack in the moonlight, while Pa's fiddle kept rollicking, and Laura and Mary's hands were clapping together. Pa played and played, and Mr. Edwards danced and danced. Finally, Mr. Edwards said he must go. "Play me down the road," he said. So Pa played, and Pa and Laura and Mr. Edwards sang with all their might until Laura could not hear Mr. Edwards any more. Only the wind rustled in the prairie grass, and the big yellow moon sailed high over the new little house on the prairie. A little prairie house.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Come back again, we'll see you soon. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Have a great day. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.